size, it might be over at least 10 or 20 thousandths, right? That we gotta clean that face up because a surface that's not hasn't been machined is not a complete part, right? Because if you have a saw cut here and it's lower, and over here on this and it's higher, and your overall length from here to here is higher, and here to here is lower, well, we got a problem, right? So we have to make sure that it actually goes to that tool path, right? And I know a few of you guys had this issue over the weekend. So, like we said, we gotta go to our solid, our material, right? So the material is, wait, first of all, where's your actual, where are your lines at?
Which one?
The A and Y.
Oh, I don't know if they're,
Your center ones,
yeah.
Huh?
your axes.
Yeah.
CCs.
So we have our center there, but where are the actual lines? Oh, I forgot how to put that on there. Where is it? Oh well. So, but we know like from here down here, it's half of whatever this overall length is, right? So the overall length, according to the print, is 7.26, right? We got the number right there, correct? So we're gonna go back to our stock, and let's say we make it 7.5, right? So we gotta come to our starting Y and our negative. So I'm gonna easily just go to my calculator. Go to 7.5 divided by 2. It's Monday, so I don't want to do math. 3.75, right? So now this is going to go down to negative 3.75. We're going to hit update, hit OK. Now, just like on bills, it didn't register it first, right? So what I told him was we can make a contouring just as a finish on the outside, and then make like a rougher, and then make a finisher, right? So as soon as we did that, I guess the computer registered it, and it said, oh yeah, we are missing that, because you see,
Yeah, now
it's not hitting
more
it.
defined.
It's hitting it more, but it's not facing it the whole way, right?
I guess the only other way would just to do a new profile chain, right? You could do that too.
Yeah, you could do that also, but like let's say this one, we went to the contouring, but you see how it's thinking and it's generating? So we just made it a finish pass, and we said no stock automation. And we hit okay. Embedded tool. I don't have a tool. Let's just say 0.25 in.
Oh no, it
Now you guys see how it's making that?
doesn't. What are those lines? Those
This?
This is
Entry, exit.
oh,
I'm gonna wrap it in.
very nice.
Ta-da.
Now we clean it up, right? So there's multiple ways of doing it, guys, but and normally either way, when you're machining this in real life, you want a rougher, especially if that tolerance is going to be really tight, right? If this tolerance from here to here is 7.260 plus or minus, like let's say plus 5 minus 0, you want to rough it out first, right? Then you want to measure it. Then you don't want to run your rougher again. For what? Why are you going to run the whole rougher again with the stock material there, right? You can easily create just with the same chain contouring that does just one pass. Does that make sense? So with that one pass, that's how you control that 7.26. Does that make sense?
So Also, in terms of the chain, what I did was I just selected the lines that followed it, those outside lines, and then made the chain off of that. Is that how you normally do it?
So
or
there's
would
a
you-
few ways of doing it, right? But like, let's say that I wanted to select those chains, just these chains above. The easiest way that I found was have my F11, right?
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
thought
gonna
you-
create my
do that.
chains, and I'm gonna create my toolpath, right? Because obviously somebody was too lazy to do it.
I did it on the other one. I can show you those.
So I'm gonna hit chain, chain. I'm gonna click select all my chains.
And you're just holding control.
Yeah, I'm just holding control, going down to general. Instead of this being solid, I'm gonna hit chains, boom. All of my toolpath, I'm just gonna select all of my toolpath, right? That way we make this a whole lot easier for ourselves, correct? Select this. There goes my toolpath. So when I select that one and that one, boom. Everything else goes away, right? So let's say that I imported my drawing, I smashed it, and I got my geometry, correct? So all this should be under Geo, but it's not because Geo's not highlighted, right? So all this should be under Geo, but it's under solid, right? So there goes Geo, boom, it goes away, right? So now my solid, it ain't even there no more. Where'd you put the solid at? Here on default. There you go. So I'm gonna scroll here, click that one, and then put that one under my solid. Alright? So now I'm gonna take off my solid also. So now I only have this. Let's say that I just wanna select the top outside line,
That's
right?
pretty much what it is. Yeah.
Quickest, fastest way. See, I have my lines now. I have my lines up here. Okay. So I would come over here, go to my front view. Now from here, because it's still on chains, I would just make a box right here. See how all those got highlighted? Delete. Now, if I just want the outside one to make that profile, hit shift, click on it, create
It's
the chain
a
link.
lot easier than just hitting control and then going around.
Yeah.
clicking.
Click.
And then you miss one that throws it off and you gotta start all over again.
Little shortcuts.
Shift
guys.
or control.
Yeah,
Little
shift it.
shortcuts, right?
Shift it, baby. Shift.
Will make your life a whole lot easier. Correct? All of you guys saw the gear and the sprocket the first time. How hard we are having such a difficult time with it. Correct? Y'all looked at that and y'all were like, man, this is really hard to do. Now you guys do it in what? Not even 5 minutes, right? Because you guys know the little tricks to do it. Correct? This is why when they ask for a programmer, they say, hey, how many years have you been programming? If you just say, I just got out of school, they know they're going to be a little bit more lenient with you because you haven't learned all these little tricks yet on your own, right? Now, if you say, hey, man, I got 5 years of experience,
You better
okay,
know.
I need you to make me this part. You got 30 minutes to give me the program. Cool. If all I got to do is make the program, too easy in 30 minutes, but don't ask me to go out there, set up my tools, and touch off and everything like that, too, within 30 minutes. It's going to take me a little bit longer. In a real shop, you go look for a freaking drill that's, 5 inches long, you might be looking for that drill for an hour and a half because somebody else has it on the machine. Or it's in a toolbox that somebody was hiding and didn't want anybody else to know, right? Those are real life measures, right? How many times in the motor pool do they ask you for a torque wrench and it takes you hours just to find that freaking torque wrench, right? So, but if it's just a program, if it's just, hey, here goes the model, input it, write me that program. Shouldn't take you more than an hour to do. 30 minutes if you're good. That easy. Alright? So that's the way we gotta start thinking, guys. I mean, and on your test here on Thursday, if some of you guys do it and you're out of here by 30 minutes, and you tell Cornelius, hey, I'm done. Really? The test is 4 hours and you're done? Yeah, I emailed it to him. I feel good about it. We're done. Now, don't email me a few hours later saying, hey, I messed up on something. I'm going to resend it now. No, take your time on your test, guys. You get 4 hours now. 4 hours to do it. In Cornelius' class, you had what, 2 hours, right? So you actually get 4 hours now to do it. make sure you take your time on your test. You double check it. I'm gonna count for it. Guys, all I want is for me to push, oh wait, y'all need to cut it.
Just do it.
Yeah,
Solid work.
y'all just doing the drawing and importing and making sure it's up. Now, if you want extra bounty points and cut it, go ahead and do that too.
Extra.
Because I'm telling you, some of you guys are gonna make that drawing and y'all gonna be done. I can make that drawing in 5 minutes for your test. And import it in SolidWorks, everything done within 10 minutes. Literally walk in here, look at the print, bam, 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 10 minutes. For a 4-hour class, I'll be done in 10. So, like I'm saying, guys, make sure you double check everything. If you have to start all over, start all over. Make sure you save your progress, especially on these computers, right? On your laptops also. How many times have y'all been working and up there to the top left where it says eSpirit, it says not responding.
That's
Well, I'm right here, respond to me. I mean, how many times? And especially if you do so much work, that's a lot.
Happening to our
Right.
class quite a bit.
On that part, kept doing it too.
That's why I always, after I do like the first few lines, save as, and then just
Yeah.
keep hitting that shit.
You want to keep on hitting save. All right,
Every
Antonio,
Friday.
you got something?